Hi there, friends. Coming at you with another episode of the Pre-Ride Show presented by FSA. Get a chance to spend a few minutes with Ben Sachs, the newly minted race director here at Unbound. Ben, thanks for sitting down with us, man. How you feeling?
Thank you for having me, Jim. I appreciate it. I'm excited. We've got our first couple of waves of riders off and out on the gravel. Yeah, the juniors and the 25 and 50
Is that a sense of relief already? Did we feel like,
Oh, you know, it's highs and lows. Absolutely. I was definitely so excited getting them all off the line, seeing some of my kids from my NICA team, race team out there racing in the high school race. And yeah, then once they get out, the heart starts to sink a little bit. You worry a little bit about what's going to happen out there. I care about everybody's safety, and once they're out, and they're my responsibility, and starts to worry a little bit, but
how good are you with dealing with sleep deprivation? Because I can imagine between now and sometime late Sunday afternoon there might not be a lot of sleep in your
Sunday. I've been the race director part of things is almost as much of an endurance event as the 200 or 350 mile races, going for the whole week, long days and not a lot of sleep and worry, but also so much excitement. Saturday into Sunday is going to be a long day, but I really look forward to it, and all the excitement of all these riders coming into Emporia and celebrating gravel riding in the Flint Hills. I think is a super special thing to have and be a part of.
You use the word celebrate, and that's come up a lot in our discussions with people, that gravel just brings about such a unique sense of camaraderie and fun and things like that. And you guys with Unbound have certainly captured that. From a race director perspective, with all the things you're concerned with and thinking about, give the folks an example of the A to Z of the things that that you have to make sure are in place before anything can even happen.
There's a lot that goes into it, from permitting and working with local authorities and government, first responders, making sure we have our emergency plans in place, getting all the timing set up properly. My responsibility is all the nuts and bolts and logistics of having the event actually happen properly and go off. I have an amazing team around me that helps with all the sort of media and marketing and things like that that are a little bit beyond my scope. But yeah, I do my best to make sure that the event happens properly and goes off smoothly, and everybody is taken care of out there. They have support jeeps and ham radio club that's out there to provide our eyes and ears and communication, there's a lot that goes into it. I do my best to take care of my riders out there on course and make sure everybody has the best experience that they can in this event.
You've managed to attract what can easily be considered a very world-class field on both the men's and women's side. How does that feel to know that we're bringing some of the best right here to Emporia, Kansas for essentially the kickoff of the season?
Yeah, this is the big event for a lot of people, and that was always the way it was as I was kind of growing up as a rider. I've done the 200-mile course 3 times. I've been riding bikes for sport about 6 or 7 years, and it's just really special that folks like me, other just enthusiasts can show up and do an event that's they're lining up on the same start line as all these pros and big names, and kind of shoulder to shoulder with these people, and it's just really special to see the riders who are doing this as a challenge, just to complete this tough of a course of 200 miles or 100 miles or 350 miles for this crazy endurance athletes, and those people out there to complete it and just feel the challenge, but then also the racers. And really special thing about this year being able to have some live coverage out there on course, some select places, having some video snippets out there, and programming and announcers, and then the last about 25 miles or so fully covered for the top 5 men's and women's finishers are going to show them all coming in live. That's a really special thing to have gravel kind of growing up and becoming more professional. I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Absolutely. That's a big level jump, I think, because we're just at such a lack of any sort of good cycling racing here in the U.S. And now not only is the biggest event getting TV coverage or drawing the biggest athletes, we're getting some quality TV coverage. So props on you for that.
Yeah, and for all of that to be taken part in Kansas in the middle of Flint Hills is really special. It's not many times that Kansas gets to be a world leader in anything. So for us to be kind of the heart of gravel riding and racing is near and dear to my heart, and part of why I care so much about it, besides just the amazing roads and beautiful views out there, and some of the crazy rough roads in Wabunsee County that I love and train on, and all of that. Yeah, it's really special for us to be welcoming all these people into our town.
You mentioned before we started rolling about your involvement with NICA. Let's talk about that. Let's give the kids some love.
That's right.
What's your role with them, and how's it going?
Yes, so Kansas just started a league. This is our very first season as a part of the National Interscholastic Cycling Association, middle school and high school mountain bike racing. And some of those same kids are out here racing the juniors, the high school course today. So we're in our very first season. I am actually from Manhattan, Kansas, about an hour, 15 minutes away from here, and I started up the team in Manhattan for this year. I'm the head coach there, and moving down to Emporia now to take this role, I came onto this position 6 weeks ago at this point to take over for Leland Daines as he got a new position working for the Chamber of Commerce, the Visitors and Conventions Bureau here in Emporia. So he's still a good resource for me and kind of part of the team. But yeah, it was definitely kind of trial by fire, joining with just 6 weeks to go and make sure we got to the start line.
I gotta say, Leland looked remarkably well rested. So I don't know if that's an indication of what you're in for the next couple of days. But and not to look too far ahead, but I can imagine that you and the folks at Lifetime are already starting to make some plans for next year. Any ways that this event can even get any better?
Well, I mean, we're looking for more ways to engage with athletes and clubs and things like that. In terms of like the size of the event, we're kind of limited by some of these like checkpoint towns where we're limited on space where support crews can park. So the event is not really going to grow in ridership very much. We're kind of at our cap roughly there, but we want to kind of expand out and provide more experiences. Maybe more lead-up rides, more like pseudo training camps or training rides. Like, for example, this year we partnered with the Major Taylor Cycling Club in Kansas City.
Saw a lot of them riding through here.
Exactly, yeah. There was a big crew of them taking off in the 50 and 25-mile courses today. And so they came down and got to kind of preview some of the roads here, kind of feel out how their like nutrition and hydration plans were going to work for them, learn some lessons out on the hot gravel, in the middle of Kansas. And so things like that I think are where we can really engage more with the public and continue building the community that is really why gravel cycling is so special, because of the inclusivity and just the way that we care for each other, and we're all friends out there on the course and take care of each other if we have flat tires and things like that. It's a folks use the term gravel family, and that's really how it feels a lot of times.
Right on, and you're helping grow and keep that family nice and tight. So good on you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
We appreciate you. I know you're really busy and you got a lot going on, and even more so in the next couple of days. We really appreciate you spending a few minutes.
Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
It's Ben Sachs joining us on the Pre-Ride Show presented by FSA. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the little bell so you get notifications of all the other great interviews we're going to do over the course of the next couple of days. Thanks for tuning in.